Really coming down out here. Feels good though. Hi everybody, I'm Florida Trailblazer, checking in with all of you here in this beautiful wilderness today, exploring in the green swamp. Just there behind me, some old metal traces from the past. And it's just some of the history I've seen along the way as I journey off the beaten path. At one time there were people living out in these areas. They had homesteads and ranches, many layers of history in this place. All right, made it out to the Florida Trail, and there's many miles of this trail in the green swamp. And today, I'm hiking along parts of it. Such a beautiful place. Exploring along the trail, got my Florida Trail map out, and this is very helpful in this area. You see this orange line here, this indicates the Florida Trail here in the green swamp west track, and I'm following the trail currently north up towards the Foster Bridge area. Old pastures out there. In the old days, there were ranches in these areas. The trail leads you right along some of these beautiful parts of the wilderness. Some interesting oak trees here. You see Spanish moss hanging down from the trees. Some Spanish moss, and you see this stuff hanging all around these areas. It's a very interesting plant because it was a resource used for installation and seats and furniture, housing, things like that. And it's incredible to think about. It was used thousands of years ago by Native American Indians as well. When they would make clay pottery, they would infuse it with some of this Spanish moss to help make the pottery stronger. Been hiking along the Florida Trail for several miles into these woods, experiencing some nice scenery along the way. And this area is leading me towards the Withlacoochee River. And it flows throughout the wilderness here. Foster Bridge campsite. Following this spur trail, it's off the Florida Trail, leads to this primitive campsite out here. And there's many of these along the Florida Trail. And here's the campsite, very nice. There's a fire ring there, bench and a picnic table. There's the path that leads right to the site. Really nice campsite out here. Peaceful. Middle of the wilderness. Plenty of space to spread out and take in the nature. Beautiful views here by the Withlacoochee River. And in the distance I can hear some thunder. It's possible some storms are coming this direction. I'm going to hike away from this area. It's a little more open here and go to this nearby campsite. See dark clouds behind me approaching this area, and made it to this campsite here. So I'm gonna check the weather and possibly wait out any storms that come through in this area. It's probably the most shelter I'm gonna find. See this campsite on the map here. This is the Foster Bridge campsite indicated on the Florida Trail map. It's right off the Florida Trail there. Woo! Really coming down out here. Feels good though. Nice fresh air. I like the smell of a forest after a good rain. Exploring along the Withlacoochee River, and this is an interesting area. You can see where this is built up. At one time there was a bridge that crossed over this part of the river. Let's take a closer look. You can see some wood pilings and remains from the bridge. Bridge would have crossed this area of the river to the other side. Really neat seeing some of these bridge remains. At one time in this area there was a homestead, and the folks that lived out in these areas would have utilized the roads and this bridge during those times. Maybe hard to see from this angle, but across the river I can see some wood pilings and remains on that side from the bridge. The road would have continued on that direction. Here's remains of the old road that was used.